How you doing, YouTube? It's Will from Will Development. This is my 326th weekly update. This has been a really good week, as it turns out. Being on some semblance of a program is actually a good thing, and it generally works out better. How about that, right? Who would have thought? Anyway, this week has gone very well, and it finished off even better. Usually the beginning of the week starts out pretty good, and then by the end of the week, things are starting to sort of slow down a little bit. But this week was not one of those cases. Let's just go down the list. It's great. I have it all written down now. Monday with squats and deads. Was doing sets of 6 and did 3 sets of 6 with 275. Holy Christ, that was tough. Yeah, that was a tough day. Got through it though, and then did some deadlifts afterward, and just went up to sets of 6 at 365. Nice and easy, honestly. Did have a bit of a win where I did triple extensions with Atlas stones, which I like to do on my squat and deadlift days, just because it's very complementary movements. And ended up doing 5 singles with the 200 stone, which was definitely like a major PR for me. I was doing supersets where I would do a stone extension, and then I would run and do 2 pull-ups, then run back out. And I did that for 5 rounds, just one after another. And it was awesome. It was a good day. I had a buddy of mine doing it with me, not with that weight, but it was motivating having him there, because I was like, ooh, I gotta keep doing this, you know. Tuesday, overhead pressing. My jerks just weren't there, honestly. I have a thing where I do those until the form breaks down, whatever that number is. I don't have I need to be able to do, 155 perfectly, or else I'm not doing anything. It's like if it starts breaking down at 135, it starts breaking down at 135. I don't go any further because it's more of a technical movement for me, or that's how I'm trying to treat it. So if it's not where it needs to be, and it's not my main type of press, so push press is. So strict pressing and jerks are just supplementary to that movement for me. Obviously the strict pressing just to help train that drive off the chest, and then obviously it's still a overhead movement. And then the jerks help me work on my dips a little bit more, and especially with that explosiveness right out of the bottom. Really with the explosiveness, not necessarily strength, but the power out of the bottom, for sure. And can sometimes help overload the upper portion. But sets of 8, 2 sets of 8 with 165 for push press. That was tough, but I honestly think that's a PR. I don't think I've ever done 165 for 8 push press, strict press, anything. So that was pretty cool to do. And then I wanted to work on a particular movement where it's basically, normally when I push press, I will push it, lock it out, and then bring it down, catch it, reset, and then go again. So I wanted to work on a sort of continuous pressing motion, and I've never really done that before, and I know it's going to be better for me to practice that, so I decided to practice that with just 135, and I was actually able to do sets of 7s with that. I did 3 sets of 7 with that afterward, and then a whole bunch of accessory work. And then yesterday was a squat and deadlift day, and I really did not want to do my sets of 10 squats. I really didn't want to do them. I had in my head I was going to do like 265 or something like that. I did everything but that. I mean, I'm looking at the numbers. I did like a set of 10 with 135, 225, then a set of 8 with 245. I'm sorry, that was 225. Just the bar was 10, and then 135 for 10, 225 for 8. Then I did a single at like 245, and then 2 at 275. and then one at 275 because I was trying to hype myself to do it, and every time I went to go do it, it just didn't happen. So then I actually did just hit a single at 315, and I was like, we'll call it there. And I was like, no, you're supposed to do a set of at least one set of 10 today. I was supposed to do 2 sets of 10. And I said, you know what? And I put 245 back on there, and I said, just do it. You need to fucking do it. Just do it. And I just did it. And man, that was tough, but I did it, and I'm glad I did it. And then deadlifts, just some easy work. I ended up working up to a single at 405 last night, just to do it, because I knew tonight we were having like a sort of deadlift miss, I guess you can call it. And I knew we were going to be doing that tonight, and I was like, yeah, I'll just pull 405. You know, it's not crazy. It didn't feel terrible. It felt fine when I did it yesterday. I actually did that with hook grip, and I was like, cool. And I knew we were going to be doing it tonight, and I came in tonight. I actually went to the cardiologist this morning, and they said everything looks good. Sent me home with a little monitor thing. This one's a lot better than the one they used to give me. They used to give me this like box that had like a bunch of wires everywhere. Now they've just got this one little square thing here, and I don't have to write anything down. It's great. I like it a lot more. So if anybody's interested, doctor said everything looks good. He says as long as you feel fine, everything looks fine, so I think you're good. And I was like, cool. So I'm going to deadlift tonight. And went in, and nutrition was off today because we went to a shop, you know, a restaurant after the appointment, just ate there, and that's all I ate all day. Didn't really drink as much water as I probably should have. You know, by all intensive purposes, this was not a good, like, set up for a good day of training or deadlifting, PRing, but the warm-up sets were nice and slow. Pulled 135 for like 6, just super quick reps. 225, same thing. Then they went to 275, and I pulled that for like 5 because I was like, I don't need to pull this for a lot, and that was easy. Pulled 315 for 3. Didn't actually belt up till 365, where I pulled 5 there, and it felt really good. Threw the straps on for that too, belt and straps for that. Went up to 405, pulled that for 3, which was actually really cool because I've pulled it for 3 in the past, but they weren't that fast and they weren't that easy. I had cheater shorts, sleeves, and everything I could do to make that happen. Whereas this time I did it, it was just like boom, boom, boom. It was not too bad. And I was like, cool. If I can pull 405 for 3, I've got a lot more in the tank. And so then we went up to 465, which I have pulled we went to 435, and I've pulled 425 for 2 in the past, so I was like, cool. Pulled 435, it's pretty good. I was like, sweet, this could be a good day. Then 465 got on the bar. 455 was on the bar. And I pulled that, and I was like, cool, that matches my PR. And somebody had 465 in the bar, and I said, well, screw that, I want to pull 475. So I put 475 on the bar, and fucking just pulled it. And honestly, I felt like I probably had like 10 more in the tank there, for sure. Probably 10 more pounds. It definitely was not my limit. Everything was pretty good, actually. Maybe some rounding here or there, but the bar stayed in good contact. Had a really good pull line. Of course, there's no video of it, so but I've got 13 witnesses, so. But it was awesome. It was great to pull that. And then, of course, because it's me, instead of just being smart and pulling like 485, because I know I could do that, right? I have to shoot for, be Icarus, and, flew too close to the sun. Went to 495, pulled on it twice. I did break it, but there was no way it was going to get past my knees, even to my knees, anything like that. So it was just like, well, okay, that's all right. I'll take a 20-pound PR and get me closer to a sort of respectable deadlift. So I'm not going to complain about it. I'm very happy I got it. Definitely opened my eyes, though. I'm like, cool. That means I probably should be doing my deadlifts with a lot more weight. And honestly, that's how it works. So definitely in the future, when I'm doing sets of 5, it should probably be in the 400 range and stuff like that, since that's clear. I'm clearly capable. So deadlifted last night, deadlifted again today. pulled a major lifetime PR. That's a super lifetime PR. I mean, I weighed 203 pounds when I woke up this morning, so probably call me around 205, maybe, by the end of the day I weighed. So that's the most I've ever pulled at the lightest I've ever pulled. Back when I pulled like 425, I weighed like 230. Not 230, probably like 215. And so now I'm like lighter and I'm pulling more, so that means I'm getting stronger. It's a great feeling. It is an awesome night, and tomorrow I'm heading out to Clearwater for their Lift Miss. Not participating in it, just going to drop off some toys. They're doing a toy drive there, and it's a fun event, and it's cool to hang out with the other people I know from across the state. A lot of people I know are going to be there, so it'll be a fun experience just hanging out with everybody. And if you're in the Clearwater area, head out there, bring a toy, donate some money, that sort of thing. It's all going to a nice, good cause. And yeah, so honestly, good start to the week, great end of the week. I don't feel too broken. We'll see how I feel in the morning. Luckily, I get to sleep in just a little bit because I don't have to leave till like 9 or something like that. It's about 2 hours from Central Florida, so where I'm at, Central Florida anyway. So yeah, I'll get to sleep in a little bit. Won't have to get up at 8 to head to the gym. I can get up at, actually normally I wake up at 6:30, so I could probably get up at 8 instead. Had to wake up real early this morning to get up to the doctor, so I'm pretty tired. Even though I took a nap earlier, I'm pretty freaking tired. I'm not going to lie about it. But yeah, it was an awesome night. It was great. I'm super excited to hit some more PRs next year. The only one I have left this year to hit is my 315 bench. And on that note, I also benched tonight, and I wanted to do 275 for 2 sets of 4, paused. Pausing was not happening, but I did get my 275 for 4, touch and go, for 2 sets, and I was excited. Nothing got hurt. Everything went fine, and it was like exactly where I needed to be because the 4th rep on both sets were both tough, but I got them. You know, it was that kind of thing where I was pushing and I just ended up using, proper, just pushing harder into the lats as I'm pressing, and it was just, everything worked fine. Butt stayed on the bench. Very happy with those reps. Happy to be in that range. So I've got, less than, say 10 days to hit 315. It'll be close, but I think I might be able to do it. Really feel like I can. I mean, I hit those 275s. We'll see what happens. Should be close. Should be close. We'll see what happens. Be a good time. Anyway, don't be afraid to deadlift 2 days in a row, I guess is the moral of the story. And if you are, then what's your excuse?